Alrighty, hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. I'm your host, Carlos. Chris is not here, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. And please remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you do not miss a single episode. On tonight's show, we're live. Please join us and give us some of your questions and comments. I have writer and director Gabe Kawamura, who is writing and directing the new fan film, Bo-Katan and the Return of the Prodigal Daughter. This is going to be very awesome. We're in Colorado. We're going to start shooting on Friday in Boulder. I'm producing it with and for Gabe, and I'm basically here to Gabe to give you everything that you need to get this project off the ground. So welcome, Gabe. How are you, buddy?
Thank you. Yeah, great to be here, and I'm doing really good, feeling good. We're starting our first day of production at the end of this week, and I'm super excited. It's just been a whirlwind of a week getting everything prepared, but I'm feeling really good about it. Things are looking really great, and yeah, I couldn't be happier right now.
Wow, you start shooting in a couple of days, like 48 hours, right?
Pretty much, yeah, maybe even less than that. Yeah, we're actually starting production on Friday morning.
Awesome. We have Jessica is just showing up here too. So we're going to do basically, Gabe, and again, you can take over anytime you want. You're doing a full, pretty much, not a full, but a pretty full cast reveal on tonight's show, correct?
Yeah. So we are revealing some of the key talent and as well as some characters on this show tonight. So, and this is going to be the first time that we reveal any of these people or characters, any of this information to the public. So this is a world announcement.
Well, why don't we go ahead and see how many of these great actors and let's see how many we can get on screen at one time. So let's just start adding them first. So who would you like to introduce first? We have Jessica, Eric, and Angie.
Let's bring Jessica on board.
Okay, we have Jessica. Jessica, can you hear us okay? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you guys just fine.
Hey,
Awesome.
Jessica.
Awesome.
Hi, how are you?
Doing really good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
This is great. Now, Gabe, do you want me to add, see how many we can add? We're seeing how many people we can fit on the screen, Brady Bunch style.
Okay. Well, first I want to say that Jessica will be playing the role of Sabine. Sabine Wren in the film. Yep. So we're going to be seeing Sabine Wren in live action in this short film.
Wow. How exciting is that, Jessica?
I love Sabine, so it's very exciting for me. She's a very near and dear to my heart character, so I love her.
Nice.
That's awesome. Okay, and next I can't reveal who this person is going to be playing, but we have Angie Robbins joining us.
There's Angie. Hey, Angie, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
Hey, Angie, how are you?
I'm great. Just coming back from a long trip. I'm ready to get started, though.
That's awesome.
And Gabe, you were saying we cannot reveal her character.
We cannot reveal her character. It's a big secret, and I wish I could reveal the character to you all here, but this is the kind of thing where you're just going to have to watch the film to see this.
Nice. Awesome. And then I think we can try to add one more person here.
Yep, and our last person is Eric, and he is also playing a top secret character. Hey, Eric.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I would pull a Tom Holland and absolutely just spill the beans. But yeah,
Like when Tom Holland was opening up the Marvel poster thing reveal.
yeah. It's the reason why they have all like separate scripts and no one knows like what movie they're even making. It's like, oh, I was in that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, Eric, again, hey guys, you guys probably don't know me. I'm Carlos. I'll be meeting you guys during the shoot. I've been involved with the music and film business with A-listers for probably 20 some years now, and it's fantastic. I can't wait to be around you guys. It's my favorite part of any project is the production. Pre-production is fun. Post is probably my favorite, but the production and meeting the cast and meeting all the great people that go into making a project is just, that's my favorite part. And I wanted to take off what Eric just said about a script, about the screenplay. I'm going to jump in here, Gabe. You can cut me off at any time because I'll just keep going. But what did you guys individually, Jessica, Angie, and Eric, what did you guys first think when you read this script?
As far as for Sabine, I felt that it was a very authentic version of her and how she would respond to certain situations and certain characters. I felt that really played to that time and point in the character's storyline as well. So that it was really, really well done.
Nice. Angie?
Well, without revealing my character, when I read this script, I immediately was drawn to the character, and Gabe would probably attest to that because I kept going back and forth.
Oh, we lost her. I think she's driving in Fort Collins is what she said. So I'll add her back to the stream once she pops up again. Eric, you're up. What did you think, Eric?
Yeah, I was really excited to read it. First of all, I think it's something that Star Wars fans are really going to enjoy. I was also excited just to see all the action in it, and it was so well written. I could see every single fight as it plays out. I can't really say anything much to my character. Just hopefully there'll be something. There'll be something. But yeah.
I want to say also to the people who are watching that Eric is playing a fan favorite, which is why we can't reveal his character at the moment, because the fans we might blow up the internet if we reveal that.
Well, let's do it. Let's just blow up the internet. I'm nervous a little bit because Gabe did inform me that this is the first live action iteration of this particular character. I'm very excited to step into his shoes for that.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is why, Gabe, you can see the grin on my face because I haven't seen the cast come to life yet. And I was like, as soon as Eric, you started speaking, your cadence and whatnot, I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Oh wow.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad I already sound like him because I didn't change my voice in the audition, and I'm like, should I maybe done some voice play? No, I guess I just kind of sound like him already. But yeah.
In my head canon, we all have our own Star Wars head canon, right? And yeah. I can see it and hear it. It sounds great. Angie, we're so sorry we lost you there. But continue.
Yeah.
What you felt when you first read the script.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in the car, so I don't know. But anyway, just I was just saying that Gabe can probably attest to how eager I am about playing this particular character, because we were going back and forth with conversations and then just talking about different scenarios and things like that. So I'm really excited to get going on this project, as I'm sure the other two that are with me here.
Sure.
Definitely. Yeah, but yeah, that's super great. And Angie is also playing someone who is also another fan favorite. And this character, well, I really want to reveal all these characters so much, but it's people who are very, very important to the Star Wars canon, particularly around the time of Star Wars Rebels and when the film takes place. But yeah, it's all very, very, very exciting.
Awesome. So Gabe, give us a little bit more about the casting process. Did you have a casting director work with you, or did you just knew in your mind what you wanted, and once you saw it, you locked them down, kind of a thing? What was the process?
Yes, I sent out a casting call. Well, first of all, I wanted everybody working on the film, as well as cast, to be a part of the Star Wars community. And I have gotten so many amazing things out of that process. Because when you work with fans and people who are passionate about Star Wars, they know these characters and they can really relate and everything like that. And it's more than what you can really find with just sending out a general casting call. Mm-hmm. However, I did send out this casting call, and people like Eric and Angie, they responded to the casting call, but they were huge fans of Star Wars, and that really showed through in the auditions that they sent. And I could really tell that they knew these characters who they were auditioning for. So yeah, I just went for that, and I can't wait to get started. And everybody's been so easy to work with, and working with me with the scheduling process and everything like that. And yeah, it's just been a great process.
Awesome. Well, I want to ask the cast, since I haven't met them yet. Clearly, I'm assuming we're all super Star Wars fans, like Gabe was just mentioning, that you guys had a certain connection to the character and what you're playing. But what was the first Star Wars film that really brought you into Star Wars land? I'm clearly, you can tell by the super gray, I'm original generation. I saw the original Star Wars in 77, had to wait 3 painful years between each film, and I survived barely. But that's my background with Star Wars. It's never left me. I turned it into a business, and all I've ever done is Star Wars film and music. So that's pretty much my whole life story. But when did Star Wars, and more specifically, which film, really brought you into this culture, if you will? We can go around the horn, Jessica.
Okay. So growing up, I was the only female grandchild. So I had a lot of, interaction with Star Wars from my uncle, who had put it on for all of us. And I always had to be Boba Fett in the action figures. My, cousins always got Luke and Han, and, I wanted to be Leia sometimes, but I was like, well, I don't want to be Leia just because I'm a girl, so I could be Boba Fett. But Empire was what the first film I remember watching as a kid and seeing with my cousins and my uncle, and then I just fell in love with it from there, and got to go to the opening of so that was awesome. So I just always had a connection with Star Wars when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I'm 37. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Andy? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before
what about you, Angie? What about you, Angie?
I would have to say all of them, but 4 for sure. I mean, we watched 4 so many times, so I could probably recite all the lines now.
That's my favorite. Favorite.
And then my son was a very big Star Wars fan and read all of the books. As a matter of fact, he's not a fan of things that are not canon. So he gets a little annoyed when Disney took over, or he's not a big fan of the newer films. But I think it was primarily my love for Star Wars beforehand, and then he made it that much better, I think. Sure.
Gotcha. Nice. Eric?
Oh God, I was such a fan of Star Wars as a kid. I still am, but I played all the Lego Star Wars games. I was obsessed with them. I've seen all the old movies, but I think what really sold me on Star Wars is actually Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I didn't appreciate it at the time as a kid, is why I appreciate it now, but it plays out like a legit Greek tragedy. It has every single formulation in there, and just with the most epic lightsaber fight that I've ever seen in anything at the end. That's probably what did it for me.
Wow. And we know that, Gabe, that's yours too, right?
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, that really spoke to me right there, because Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, is my favorite Star Wars film as well.
Yeah.
No comment.
No, prequels get a bad rap, but there's a lot of classical stuff. But also since then, the animated TV shows and The Mandalorian has just done so much to expand the universe. It's exciting to be a Star Wars fan right now.
Isn't that great? And it's got to be wonderful to, again, be in a fan film and get your stuff, because like I said, I want to work with Gabe and get this distributed and take it with me to Star Wars Celebration 10 in Anaheim next year. And I want to work with the Star Wars Theory guy who has 3 million subs and trying to get on his radar and whatnot. But when I first got the screenplay, I write screenplays also. And like I was telling Gabe, usually I grab my red marker and I start just bloodying up the page and no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And on Gabe's script, I literally found one sentence. I went, well, and the rest of it was just great. It was right on the head. I'm like, Gabe got the goods. I've known Gabe since he was baby, because I'm pretty much best friends with his father. I've known his father, Kenji, since I was 8. And so I called up Ken and I was like, your kid's got the goods. He's getting the heart of Star Wars, and he understands drama and dialogue and action situation. And so I was like, the pages were just hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought it was a great length, 15 pages, 15 minutes. I think you guys can do a really tight, X amount of number of scenes. And then the way the ending is, I think it's fantastic. I think it has it all. And just even basically would be your first act or before your first inciting incident. It's like right there for the taking. So you guys I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this stuff, because I think it's on the page and that's where it starts. You know, we don't get anything for you guys until we get it locked in on the page. And one of my screenwriting friends, Jonas Mayab, who's worked with Ross LaMotta and stuff, who did the Rush Hour movies, we all three worked together one night, kind of like this situation, for like 3 hours. And I think we got 2 sentences, but they were locked in, and those 2 sentences were perfect. They were perfect, but it takes forever to get the machine to work. And that's what blew me away with Gabe's. I'm like, I think one line, which isn't even that big of a deal, but I think it's all there. So is there any concerns that you guys have that you're excited about, you're nervous about, or you're wondering about? Like, will this work? Will this hit with the fans? Or where are you guys at on the project as a whole? I'll go with
real quick. Jessica, do you have to go? I know the time is a little bit short for you.
Yeah, I have about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, we'll give Jessica this question first. So what are you hoping to get out of the entire project? Like, where do you see it?
So originally I'm a special effects makeup artist. So that for me really, and I cosplay as Sabine. So that, both of those worlds coming together for me for this project was huge. Like I told him, I go, this is my love. It's my passion. It's not my job. It's my passion. So I'm really excited to be a part of this. And it's like you said, it's a wonderful script. I think it's very authentic, and I'm excited for people to see it and for them to be, introduced to certain characters in a way that they haven't seen them before.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a great answer. Absolutely. I look forward to it. If you have to leave, that's okay. I can remove you from the stream. And thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, Jessica, and I'll see you in a couple days. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
You as well.
Bye.
See you later. There we go. Go ahead, Gabe. I'll go ahead and let you talk really quick. I got a couple of friends trying to find the link, so I want to get them onto the show because they have some questions.
Okay,
so
awesome.
Go ahead really quick, Gabe.
Yeah. So I've been really interested in fan films lately, which is why I decided to create one. And and I'm not throwing anything on to the fan films that are out there right now, but a lot of them take place out in the woods. And sometimes they are just like a single fight scene, and that's the whole film. And I wanted to go away from that. I wanted to make a short film that, even if it wasn't Star Wars, it would still be a compelling short film. So I started there. And then I started with the characters, tried to build really developed character arcs and make you feel for these characters when they lose and be excited for these characters when they win. And then I kind of went from there, created the story around the characters, and then I integrated Star Wars elements. So it kind of went as like a traditional screenwriting route at first, and then I implemented the Star Wars stuff at the end. And that's what's really exciting to me, is that this is not just a Star Wars film, but this is a film that I think anybody can enjoy. You don't really have to know these characters to enjoy the film, or, to understand what's happening. It's very self-contained, but it can also go beyond into the wider Star Wars universe as well.
Nice.
Yeah, Carlos, I was just talking about kind of the process, developing the characters and stuff like that. I really wanted to get well-rounded characters that you can really feel for.
Sure. Absolutely. And Eric, what are you hoping to bring to your character? Is it like more new school? Because what I really liked about it, I'm waiting for some young director out there, or an older director, to really blend both styles of the original Star Wars with the new. The original trilogy was, the complete Joseph Campbell, hero with 1,000 faces, kind of a journey, if you will. And then the prequels were really stylized and like synthetic with a lot of green screen going on. But if you can blend both of those, which I'm really hoping to get, is that something you guys think about? Like, you want to bring your style, or if you did Revenge of the Sith so much, how do you bring your Revenge of the Sith motifs, if you will, to like somebody in my generation, like who loves the sequel or loves the originals and isn't a huge fan of the prequels? Like, how do you connect with us?
Ooh, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Yeah. There's a certain amount of charm to the old series, and then like depth to like the newer stuff. Like we like in the old series, it was Darth Vader was just seen as this evil entity, and then in the prequels, we got to see like the backstory. We got to see why. There's a lot of depth, and the character that I'm playing, I think, if done wrong, could be very flat, could be very just angry, and I think where he comes from is actually just a place of passion for his planet, and that's what I'd like to bring. And yes, I'd like to originate the role to the best of my ability and make it my own.
Nice.
That's awesome.
What do you think about that question, Angie? Is there something you're bringing from your own experiences to try to connect both versions of Star Wars, if you will?
Yeah, I have some personal connections to the script that I read with this character. I can bring some personal stuff to it, I think, which I hope to make it as authentic so that it pleases the fans as well, because like Gabe was saying, that many of these characters have never been brought to life only in animation. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that, because I really want to make sure that I give it, the best I can. And then that also makes it exciting for the fans to see these characters come to life in that respect. So
Are you guys,
all that goes well.
Are you guys worried at all? Because Star Wars fans they're pretty finicky. They fight on the internet.
I'm terrified of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, bravo for you guys for even attempting this. But like I said, I think the script is there. I think if the heart's in the right place, I think it'll come across authentic. And again, I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this. But it just, what else are you guys looking forward to after this? Is there what else is next? Like, Gabe, what do you have, coming next after this or during this? Like, what's the whole? Give me the entire plan, with the umbrella, if you will.
Okay. So I hope that, a lot of people can watch this film and enjoy it. It does fit into the Star Wars canon, so it doesn't really, and it will never be approved or anything by Lucasfilm or anything, but hopefully people can watch this film and see it as Star Wars canon, so they know where these characters have been. They know, who the people who they've interacted with and their place in history that hasn't been shown in the films or animated series, even The Mandalorian, to this point. So I hope that it can contribute to the Star Wars community and that people can use this to develop the backstories of these characters.
Nice.
If that's what you were going for.
Absolutely. Again, authenticity. Like I said, I always think you can see it a block away, especially Star Wars fans. Unfortunately, lately that I've been finding, because I deal with Star Wars 24/7, is right now we can't even agree on the color of the sky. Like, we're like, it's blue. Well, it's not red. Well, that's not blue. And so I'm excited about all of this stuff, but then I always just get a little tempered with like, oh my, like, again, because you're taking on some huge characters for a lot of people. But again, I think it's there. I think it's there. You get the performances, you get the editing, the sound, the effects. I think it's there. I'm really excited. And everybody that I've heard that we've talked to about this game behind the scenes is really excited for this. So again, I'm pulling for you guys. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I know that you'll be on set too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The producer and telling everybody what to do and stuff.
No. Like I said, I always think of the Seinfeld episode, again, showing my age. Remember the Seinfeld episode where Jerry was recording films in the movie theater with the camera, and Kramer was like his producer. And Kramer was basically, we want the same thing you want. Like, let's get him what he wants. And that's how I've always approached producing. Like I said, is I'm here to get you whatever you need to make the best project that you can and get your content out there, because I believe in this content. No, again, I'm looking forward to see what everybody brings to the project. But no, I'm the #1 fan of all of you guys, and I'm looking forward to documenting it because we're going to have like a lot of behind the scenes and interviews and whatnot, and we're going to put a big package together. And I think it's going to be, again, the beginning of a really good relationship because there's definitely more stories to tell. Gabe came over on Saturday, and we were bouncing other Star Wars stories. I'm like, I got a screenplay where it's just one character in a room, and I think it's very right, Gabe. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of stuff to do. So this is the first of many. We're going to have like a Kawamura, Lopez pictures or production.
Definitely.
We definitely want to support each other on this. And again, I'm here to help you guys, Angie and Eric, with anything that you guys need or questions or whatnot or whatever I can do to make your life easier. But I'm really looking forward to it. And is there any other last preparation you guys are going through before Friday? Either one of you, Eric, or you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I don't have a whole lot to do, but yeah, I'm ready to go.
Angie?
Yeah, I'm ready to go too. I mean, Gabe, I'm doing some other stuff for Gabe. I don't know if Gabe wants to mention that or not, but I've got to start working on that.
Yeah, so Angie is also doubling as our costume designer.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I cannot wait to see my costume.
Which I'm excited about as well.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting, and the costumes look fantastic. At least to me, and we're doing the best we can without the large Disney budget. But I think the fans are going to be pleased, and we're staying faithful to these characters, and it's very exciting. I would love to reveal, more characters and the costumes that we're making. Unfortunately, that might be in the future, but yeah.
How are you going to keep that under wraps all the way through, post-production and whatnot?
Yeah, it's going to be very methodical. There's a whole plan to it, so I can't reveal everything at once. You have to keep everybody hooked into it. Keep people, leave kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs for people to lead towards the big pot at the end. So
nice. Any NDAs everybody had to sign or anything like that?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're just like a handshake. A handshake. Yeah. Okay.
We're writing like multiple versions of the script, so like you don't know which one is actually going to make it into the film.
Awesome. I think I have my first producer note I'm writing down.
Wait, now I gotta ask, do we have the right one?
Oh, we have Sarah.
Just show up on set. It's like, all right, new script. Here we go. It's like,
yeah.
It's the same script, but I'm going to need you to sign here, initial there. I'm kidding. Sarah wants to know, can you reveal more, because a lot of people are just dying to know. But again, I don't want you to give anything away that you do not want to.
Yeah, just follow the social media accounts. We have an Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter account, and we will be also revealing some stuff on there. I'm trying to reveal most of our details through the live streams here, so we can all see it live in a premiere type aspect, but I will also be posting stuff to the social media accounts as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sarah also wants to know, do you have a release date for the film?
The release date is going to be in 2021, so it's going to be at the end of this year sometime. Like Carlos said, we are aiming for Star Wars Celebration, and that's going to be in 22, but I really want to get this film released before then. Now that I think about it, just for the festival circuit purposes, I might actually release it in January of 22, so it has the full 12 months to go into its circuit. But I'm still aiming for maybe November or December at this point. But yeah, I guess now that I think about it, maybe January. But at the same time, I want to get this film out to all the fans so they can see these characters for the first time.
Awesome. And Eric, is there anything that you've worked on? Can you give us like a little bit of background with you? Like any other projects you've worked on or any projects you have coming up after this?
Oh, like thorough background? Like what? Like when did I move to Denver? When was I born?
Whatever you like.
I've been in the Denver area working as an actor for about, oh my God. I did not think about that until now, maybe 5 or 6 years. I did a lot of theater up until now, like until 2 years ago, where I decided that I wanted to move more towards film and TV. Still love theater. Will always do that. But yeah, I've just been trying to market myself as some representation here in Colorado and New Mexico. I just did a small short film that I believe will be done by the end of July called Tim's Cabin. And I'm just auditioning for the next project and maybe talking to Gabe about some really exciting stuff after this one. So yeah.
Yes, very exciting stuff. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say too.
Nice. And Angie, do you have any other future projects coming up? Oh, we lost Angie again. Oh, she's mobile. She's in the car. We keep losing her.
Yeah.
I'll put her back in there. Well, Gabe, what else? Anything else you want to go over before we wrap up? We're at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Yeah, I don't really have much more, but except I'm super excited to start filming and get this done.
Awesome. Can you hear us, Andy?
You guys hear me?
We can hear
You guys
you.
hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, what was your last question? Because I got cut out again.
Last question. I was just wondering what's next for you after this project. Do you have anything else you're working on by the end of the year, or?
Well, I just finished a play that was in Boulder, and I'm going to be working on this with Gabe. And then I'm just putting myself out there, like Eric was saying. I'm actually new to Colorado.
Oh. It's always so jarring to lose her mic. Oh my God. Whoa.
It's Skynet. So really quick, Eric, while we wait for Angie to come back, I always got to ask everybody, because I got to check your Star Wars parameter. So what's your favorite trilogy, the originals, the prequels, or the sequels?
Ooh. I would say the prequel, mainly just because of Revenge of the Sith. No, like as a whole, the originals are definitely the best. I went to bat for the sequels until I realized that they had no through line whatsoever, and directors were just throwing each other's work out and restarting from the beginning. I'm like, I can't go to bat for this now. Like the actors in it are amazing. Like I don't know why they get the backlash they do. Like it's all, but yeah, there's just no plan whatsoever. And there's a plan from episode 4 through 6 that follows through very nicely, wraps up very nicely. Like
well, not to interrupt you, but you poke the bear there.
Yeah, probably did. I don't.
What a lot of people don't understand, like I said, is the big complaint about the sequels is it didn't have a plan. Well, plans change all the time in the film business, right? Like I understand an outline, I get that, but the biggest Star Wars trilogy that didn't have that changed the most from what was originally planned was the original Star Wars trilogy. The original one, absolutely. Luke and Leia were brother and sister. Darth Vader wasn't his father the first time. Obi-Wan wasn't going to die. They killed him off because George didn't know what to do with him in the third act. There's so much stuff in the original Star Wars trilogy. They went back to Tatooine. They built another Death Star. They did they started backtracking in Return of the Jedi in '83. And that's why Star Wars and Empire are pretty much your greatest bookends ever, because Star Wars is a complete film. And I'll preach this all day on my soapbox. And then Empire clearly added to it without reusing anything or rehashing it from Star Wars. So it just kept growing and growing and growing. So I don't really buy the sequels didn't have a plan thing, because they clearly had an outline. And if you remember, Star Wars, George Lucas is an auteur filmmaker, and the auteur filmmaker of the 70s, basically it's their vision. And you want to give the director, like Dave, it's his vision. Let's get his vision of the film, and he pretty much owns that film. Now movies are pretty much, Hollywood, by committee. It's a big, parent-teacher conference about what we want to do with the film to make the most money. And so for Disney to even give J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson and then Colin Trevorrow and everybody else the auteur filmmaker blah, 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 so they can make their own film, I think is a good thing, because that's what George did, and that's what George started, and that's how Star Wars came to be. Star Wars wasn't this huge, popcorn making machine thing, where George Lucas unfortunately became the very thing he detested, which is why he moved to San Francisco. So it's a quick jab that people go, oh, they didn't have a plan. Nah, neither did Star Wars.
Not so much, that they didn't have a plan. Is that it seemed like each movie kind of went against each other in terms of what is set up, and like, nah, never mind, we're gonna go back on that. They were flying by the seat of their pants for the original trilogy, but they seem to make that work better, and they seem to
Well, riddle me this, Batman. So the first Star Wars movie in Empire was black and white, right? One went this way, one went this way. And then Return of the Jedi kind of retreaded Star Wars because they didn't want to go left or right again. They wanted to stay within that little bubble, which is, unfortunately, I think, a bad thing. I think if they would have doubled down with Rise of Skywalker and just went with Rey as a nobody, because I thought that was brilliant. Like, she's nobody. Like, the hardest thing for Luke,
right.
It was brilliant. The hardest thing for Luke to hear was Vader might be his father, right? Like, he can't even handle that. The hardest thing for Rey is who are parents. And so I think by them, again, by committee, they were like, well, we got to give the fans what they want. So them making Rey a Palpatine and then making this, that, and this and that, it didn't fit. It didn't work. Again, you can see that a block away.
It was a little too much fan service.
Absolutely. I talk to this in film classes all the time. It's like, it's the original stuff that you go through. You become great by just letting it hang right out there. Like, you got to own that and go with that, because in the end, it's going to be better. If you process it and fit it, people see it right away. Like, that sugar rush runs out right away. And then it's like, So again, when I talk to Gabe and stuff, just my 2 cents is I'm all about the auteur filmmaker. And I think that they really had a chance if they just doubled down with it. So we kind of got like a flash thing here with Angie. It keeps popping off and on.
Angie, you there?
Can you hear us?
I am. We're trying to see if maybe my husband's phone would be better than mine. Oh. He has the iPhone 11 and I have the 8.
You have an
iPhone 8? I think we're on 18.
Until next week, and they'll have the 12.
Right. So anyway,
it's sweet, baby.
Anyway, Eric, it's just that's my take on that. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong. It's just our opinions.
Yeah, sure. Like that. Yeah,
it's just a point of view that that is out there. So anyway.
Yeah, it's something that Carlos and I have talked about a lot too, because I'm a big fan of the prequels. Carlos really, he grew up with the original trilogy, so he likes the original trilogy, and we're kind of somewhere in the middle with the sequel trilogy. But yeah, I mean, we talk about that almost every time we meet as well.
So the sequel,
I got to get it into your brain.
Yeah.
I got to be 2 and 2 is 4, Gabe. Just trust me. You may not see it, but it is. You just got to go. But that's where the brave new vision comes from, because you're an auteur filmmaker. That's what Star Wars was built on. So use that as a foundation and add to it. It's always think of in addition to, not instead of. So I want to do this instead of this. No, I want to do this in addition to that. And that's where I think the best Star Wars is still out there. So us as fans and as believers, we got to believe that there's still more Star Wars to put out there. So.
And that's what's so great about the animated, the animated shows, because it's all like, oh, we're going to do this on top of that and on top of that, and they just keep going. It just gets so expansive and crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I really like about the shows as well, is that they really expand upon the Star Wars universe and show things that you would probably never see in a film, but it's just cool for the fans to see these things.
Nice. You want to wrap up, Gabe? What else do you have, buddy?
Yep. Nope. That's pretty much it for me. It was great. A great experience with everybody. I'm so glad that you all came here and could make it. I'm stoked that we revealed your faces, even if it wasn't your characters, but that will all be in good time. Probably when the costumes are ready, I'll probably announce your characters when we see you in costume. We get some nice pictures. So Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. And again, we start shooting in a couple days. And remember, guys, this is Star Wars from a certain point of view. And like I told Eric, this is just our points of view. Nobody is wrong, although 2 and 2 is 4. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We release videos weekly, and we will be doing even more per week because we can have a lot of behind the scenes on the new Bo-Katan fan film, written and directed by Gabe Kawamura. And please turn on the notifications so you do not miss a single episode. And we will be back probably this weekend with some stuff. So follow all of our social accounts. And Gabe, give us the social media accounts on your fan film again one more time.
It is at Bo-Katan Film. Very simple. Bo-Katan Film.
Nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys in person. If you guys need anything from me, and I mean anything, let me know, and I will try to make it happen. And Gabe, I will talk to you tomorrow, and then I will see everybody on Friday. So go break a leg, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Best of luck, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Can't wait. See y'all soon.
Awesome. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.